boring book in France. It's like just terrible when you feel against quicksand, plugging away. And then I was in a flat next to my mum because my mum had, I don't know why she'd been annoying, and I'd gone to get a flat next to her. She lived in the south of France. And when I went round to see her, she said, "I've got something to tell you." And she said, "I decided that I'm going to kill myself before they take me away to a home, or I fall into dementia, or I just basically fall to pieces. I don't want to die in hospital. I want to die here, in the place and the time and the manner of my own choosing. And I need you to help me." And it completely came out of the blue. And I remember I walked back after she said that to me, and I wrote it into my diary. And then the next day or two, I was really looking at this crap book I was writing, and I read the diary, and I thought, "Oh, that's much more exciting." So I thought what I would do was to encourage my mother to do it and take notes. The problem was that my mother wasn't quite as reliable or gutsy. Well, she kind of is reliable and gutsy, but in a different way. But the year that followed, in which she's claimed to be planning to kill herself, and I'm like really wanting to get to the end of the book and everything. I wrote like a diary of what happened, and that is the book. And there's only one other thing I need to mention, which is like, obviously I didn't tell her I was writing it, because I was incredibly rude about her. And all my life she's like really been a controlling factor in my life. I'm sure there are no controlling mothers or controlled sons in this room, so I will explain it to you. So I was really scared to be myself, and scared to say what I was really thinking, because she's so formidable. But in this book, I would go like really apeshit and would say terrible things like that, because I thought she was going to be dead. It was finished. The whole thing was predicated on the fact I would show it to her when she was dead, or when she had dementia. But unfortunately, she found out about it before she died and demanded to see it. And any hope that I had that her brain would be melting. She's sharper than me, it's terrible. But it's not a big call, but she is. And she found out about the book and was extremely angry with me for writing the book, but was so vain that she decided to let me publish it. And she
threatened to sue you, though, didn't she?
She did threaten to sue me. She did threaten to. And that is really the story of the book.
Right.
Is she still alive?
Yeah, it's a very good question. And actually, I thought it would be so much better if I didn't tell everyone the answer. But every interview I said, "Guy, unless we tell them that she's alive, I'm not doing this interview with you because it's creepy." And I say, fortunately, she's very much alive, and actually this whole process of the book has totally vitalised her. She was beginning to slip off.
Revivified her.
She's risen totally, and she has like when she realised I was going to, I said, "I'm going to do a little bit in the newspaper, so ignore it, Mummy. You don't have to read it." She like, gets hold of it. She rings up a journalist. She goes, "Hello, I'm his mother." Absolutely true. And the PR woman says, she says, "Your mother's like on the phone to all these people. It's like she really wants to do these interviews." So I said, "Well, why not? It's great. Let her do it." So she ended up with a kind of interview schedule that would like make an ex-contestant. An X Factor contestant, Blanche. She was on the radio the whole time. She was in newspapers, and the other day on national radio we did an interview together, and I thought that's quite good. She came on the line because she was in France. She came on the line, and I said to the interviewer, "God, she sounds more alert than I do." And then she roundly abused me on national radio. "He's a total liar. Don't believe anything he said." I said, "There's like 1 million people listening."
She refers to it as our book, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does.
Genius. I've met Susie actually, and I can honestly say that everything he says is true. You would not mess with her. She really is a force of nature. And obviously she had you, and she's your mum, so there's something in that, isn't there? You're no pushover yourself. I was going to ask you how it affected your relationship with your mum, but you've kind of covered that a little bit. We could probably return to that. But maybe I would like to ask you this. How has writing the book affected your relationship with old man death? Has it changed?
Well, I've always thought that death was taken a bit too seriously. And I have been to a lot of funerals, and I have felt uneasy at the fact that I sort of want to giggle. Not really just giggle out of nothingness, but I would see something funny, someone pretending to grieve, or someone who I know is really pleased that the person has died, and is pretending to grieve as well, sorry. But something, and I will think, oh, I want to laugh about that, but it's like really forbidden. And I've had a weird relationship with death. My dad died when I was a little boy, and I think in a way that slightly fucked me up about death, because I certainly feel much less grief than anyone else. And I feel of my own death, when the time is ready, bring it on. Now you may find me quivering, going, no, doctor, give me, there must be something you can do. There must be another operation. But I hope, anyone know that the poet Jock Scott, he was a lovely man, a bold man, a Scotsman. Jock Scott, do you know Jock Scott?
Yeah.
And Jock got cancer, and they said, here's the course of treatment, da-di-da-di-da, and he said, no, I will do this, you know, I'm going to die, and I'm going to die of cancer, and I'll take it on the chin. Give me a bottle of scotch. And I've always, although it's kind of bonkers, I've always had a sort of grudging admiration for that. And talking to my mother about her killing herself really did some weird kind of, odd things about it with me. I mean,
like emotional surgery of some kind.
Yeah.
Do you think that, because when I heard you on the radio, what really struck me as weird or odd was that you've written a humorous book, albeit about death, but that you would seem to be becoming a kind of a spokesperson for a certain aspect of euthanasia, and that must be a bit weird when you've written a humorous book to suddenly be, I mean, almost a pundit on euthanasia.
No kidding. It's one of you here, I can't see you, walked up to me and said, are you going to do away with me tonight? It's just because I was standing here.